All right, so let's settle into our mats. And if you have blocks, you want those close by. And remember, you can use your blocks if you'd like to kind of work the arms forward, and it gives you just that extra space to let your chest reach through and your forehead get heavy toward the floor. And the tailbone is reaching down and back, and then a little shifting from side to side, getting more space for the hips, and long inhales and long exhales. And then walk your hands a little bit further forward, getting a little more depth into it. But then we're going to take our right arm and reach it behind our backs. So just let it rest there. And then take your left hand and walk it a little over to the right. And then just try to lift that right shoulder up. So push off your left hand, rotate your right shoulder up. So we're just getting into that shoulder space. So you should feel this in the back of the left shoulder and the front of the right. And then drop your chest toward that right thigh, and then reach that right arm forward. And then crawl both arms into that direction, but let your left hip reach to your left heel. So now we're opening the left side of the waist. And we'll take one more inhale. And then we'll keep working over to that right side. Move the right hand further out, but soften your elbow. Sit back into your heels and reach your left arm up and over. Take a deep breath there. And then sweep that left arm. It's going to work its way out in front of your left knee. And then your right arm is going to reach over. And then here's that shoulder opener. We'll take that left arm and reach it up. And lengthen and crawl your right fingertips forward. And then bring that left hand to your lower back space. Can you lift that shoulder up and push with your right fingertips? And breathe into that space. And then release the left arm out into that left corner. Drop your chest toward the thigh, nose toward knee. And then focus on your right side lengthening. So from your hip bone to your fingertips, create that space between each of the ribs. And then we'll continue to move the left hand to the left and close to the body. That right arm will open up and over, getting even deeper into that rib cage. And we'll take a deep breath, inhale. And then that right arm will sweep forward, and we'll bring both hands out front and shift the weight off our hips. And just move your hips from side to side and tuck your toes and press off your palms and send the weight of your hips into your heels, opening the arches of the feet. And if your feet tolerate it, you're welcome to walk all the way back and sit all the way into your heels, just if it feels okay for you. We'll take one more inhale, and then we'll release forward, walking those hands out. Walk your hands a little further than your shoulders, and then shift your shoulders over your hands. Tuck your toes and lift your knees, and go into our first down dog here. So we'll actively press those fingertips, lift the tailbone. Then we'll soften the right knee and let the left heel reach deeper and peek under your right arm. And then we'll shift our heels, let that right heel sink, peek under your left arm. And then again, we'll shift the heels and look to the right. Let that left heel get even deeper this time. Then one more shift, we'll look to our left. Let that right heel reach toward the floor. Then we'll sink both heels and we'll look forward. Walk the toes to the front of your mat. Here we'll meet with our feet hip distance apart. And first we're just going to bring our fingertips gently to the back of the skull. Knees are soft, and we'll pull our foreheads in toward our shins and just kind of lengthen the back of the neck there with just a gentle press of your fingertips. And then release that push. Just let your head hang heavy. Fold your arms over the top of your head in your forward fold. Now find those nice strong feet. Feel your inner thighs, your soles pulling in. And then bring your hands to your shins or out in front of your toes for your flat back. Really lengthen from your tailbone, lengthen out of the back of the knees. And then again, we'll fold back in, letting the chest get heavy. And then we'll move our hands to our thighs and lower your tailbone back. Now press off your thighs and lift your heart forward, and we'll find that chair pose. Let your shoulders pull away. Then sweep your fingertips up to the sky, and then exhale, press up strong. Here we'll open our palms wide, sweep our fingertips toward the floor in a swan dive, and inhale, reach back up tall. Again, the palms open out, and you sweep down, and you lift up. Here we'll stay in our extended mountain. Let those shoulders release away from your ears, and bring your weight to your left foot. We're going to take a big step back on our right foot. Nice. So our hips are squared to the front in our train track feet. And we'll bring our left hand into that left hip crease. As you hinge forward, lift your left hip up and back and reach your right fingertips forward. Trying to form that long line from right hip to right fingertips, just starting to move into that hamstring on the left. That left hand can slide down the shin or onto a block. We'll take one more inhale, and then we'll bend into that left knee. Reach your arms out, and then rotate your feet out wide. So our toes are pointed to the corners of the mat, and we reach the fingertips tall. Then on your exhale, you'll bend into your knees and bring your elbows to your ribs. This is sunflower. Toes are pointed out to the corners, elbows in. Then inhale, reach up to all the corners. This is star pose. And then moonflower, you bend back into your knees. You sweep your fingertips toward the floor and then lift back to star. Nice. So it's sunflower and reach into star. And then moonflower and reach into star. Let's do that one more time. Sunflower, elbows in, reach out, and then moon and lift. Beautiful. Lift your right heel. Rotate your body back to the front, bringing your fingertips to the floor. Here we'll shift our weight forward and step your left foot back. That brings us into that plank pose. And on our exhale, we'll press up and through to our down dog again. As always, you're welcome to pedal those heels if that works nicely for you. Maybe nod the head. Really reach the chest through. Then we'll lift the heels, look forward, walk hands and toes back to the front of the mat. Chest drops toward thighs, we'll fold, inhale. Bring your hands to your shins, lengthen into flat back. Soften into your knees and move your hands to your thighs. Drop your tailbone, press up, lift your ribcage forward. Long side waist, belly toned, arms reach into chair. Take a deep breath, inhale. On your exhale, press strongly through your heels, reach up, open your palms, and then swan dive forward and lift. And again, we swan dive, release, and inhale, lift. This time we'll bring our weight to our right foot and step your left foot back. Those train track feet again. And our hips are square. The right hand fills that hip crease. Then we hinge with a long spine straight up. Lifting that right hip up and back, lengthening through the knee. And then that left shoulder and hip are nice and parallel to the floor. We might move that right hand down deeper if that works well for you. And as always, you can always put your hand on a block if that works better. Breathe, inhale. Lift that right hip a little higher. And then bend your right knee, sweep your fingertips to the sky. And then you open, rotate to your left. I'm just going to turn around so you can see. We find that star pose first, and then elbows in, sun, and reach out, and then that moonflower, sweep, and lift. Nice, star, and then sunflower, reach out, and then moonflower, and lift. Beautiful. Lift your left heel. Rotate back to the front. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Shift your weight and step your right foot back. Find that long spine. Hold, inhale. Exhale, press it up and through. Then inhale, lift your heels, come forward to your plank. Knees or toes, elbows are going to hug the ribs. We'll soften the tops of the feet, slide the elbows out, lift your heart forward. Start feeling that lengthening through the front abdominal wall, the front of the hips. Shoulders are released, elbows have a little softness. We'll take one more inhale there. Exhale, lower your ribs down. Draw your hands back alongside your hips. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Draw your belly away from the floor. Press straight up. Tuck your toes and all the way into your down dog. Take a deep breath, inhale. And exhale. So looking back at your feet, take your left foot right into the middle of your mat. Then take your right heel and reach it to the sky for the three-legged dog. Should feel more depth through the back of that left leg there. That right heel is reaching out. Then we'll bend that right knee and try to rotate the knee toward the sky, opening up through that hip. Then as you rotate the hip back to the front, look forward and step your right foot to the front. You can then crawl your toes forward, wiggle your left foot back, finding that long lunge position. We'll bring that left knee to the floor and drop the toes. Pressing the top of your left foot down, you'll take some weight off the knee, and we'll move our hands to that right thigh. Take your arms and reach out wide. So our hips are still reaching forward. We're going to look to the right and rotate the left arm forward, right arm back. Hold, inhale, and exhale. Then take that left hand and lower it to the inside of your right foot and reach your right hand to the sky. Now tuck your left toes, lift the knee, push that heel down. And your left hand can be on a block here, that works better. We hold, inhale. Beautiful. Take your right hand and bring it to the outside of your right foot. Shift your hips back and step your left foot forward. We meet in our fold at the front of the mat. Bring your hands to your shins and lengthen your spine. Nice flat back. Bend into your knees, lower your tailbone, hands to thighs. Lift that long spine up into chair pose. Sweep your fingertips up, release your shoulders, breathe, inhale. Exhale, press strongly to the sky. Open your palms and swan dive forward. And fill it up. And swan dive, release. And fill it up. Here, we'll bring our weight to our left foot again. Take that big step back with the right. So we're back in those pyramid legs. Both hips are squared to the front. Left hand in your hip crease. Right arm reaches forward. You find that long line from hip to fingertips. Left arm moves down that shin or toward the top of your foot. Then we're going to bend into that left knee. You're going to reach your fingertips up. But then you're just going to take that right heel and you're going to drop it slightly in. So your toes are now pointed to the front right corner. Now that right hip might be rotated. You want to square it back to the front. Crawl your left toes a little further forward if you can. And then reach your arms up into warrior one pose. Get a little bit of a back bend. Our gaze is up. That right heel is really reaching toward the floor. Then we'll lift that right heel, rotate it open, and find warrior two. Release your shoulders, look to your left. Really stretch through your fingertips with relaxed shoulders and press those feet apart. We breathe, inhale. Then exhale, we reach our arms up. We take both toes and turn into the corners for that star pose again. Then we tuck those elbows to the ribs for that sunflower. Then we press up, reach. And then we moonflower, bend and sweep and inhale tall. Nice. Lift your right heel. Rotate it to the front, squaring your hips, bending that left knee. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Shift your weight, step your left foot back. Land in your plank pose, inhale. Exhale, press up and through to down dog. Inhale, lift, come forward to your plank. Tone your belly space, knees or toes, elbows and tops of feet, up dog or cobra. Make sure those shoulders pull away, lengthen out of your neck. Inhale, come back down, tucking your toes back under and press it back into knee or toe plank. And then we'll soften our knees and sit into child's pose. Let your hips go heavy to your heels. Let your forehead reach toward the floor, maybe placing hands underneath. We'll take a long breath inhaling. Sigh it away on your exhale. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Then we'll crawl our fingertips forward, lengthen. Shift your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press up and through to down dog. This time you take your right toe right toward the middle of your mat. Press off your palms, taking your left heel to the sky, letting that right heel reach down. Then bend into that left knee. Your heel comes toward your glute. Then you try to rotate your knee up toward the ceiling. You're trying to keep your shoulders square here. Maybe look under your right arm to help with that. And then square that left hip back to center. Look forward and take a big step forward with your left foot. And then we wiggle into our space. Right toes back, left one's forward. And we'll lower that right knee to the floor. Drop your toes and press the top of your foot down. You should feel that lengthen through that space. We'll keep that active right leg as we bring our hands to our thighs. Tall through the top of your head. Inhale, reach your arms up and then out to the side. Look over your left shoulder, rotate left arm back, right arm forward. You should feel that length in that right hip flexor deeper. Hold, inhale. Then lower your right hand down to floor or block, right? So you can place a block there. Your left arm rotates up and tries to stack directly over your right, and your left knee sits straight over your ankle. Hold, inhale, and exhale. That left hand moves to the outside of your left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift the knee, shift your hips back, spring that right foot forward. We move into that forward fold again. Check your feet placement. Let's spread your toes, activate those inner thighs. Move your hands to your shins along spine, lengthen. Then bend into your knees, hands to thighs. Lower your tailbone as you lift your ribcage. Tone your belly space, sweep your arms up, and try to get a little deeper. Hold, inhale. Exhale, press strong to the sky. Open your palms. Sweep your fingertips forward, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, we sweep. Inhale, we lift. Here we bring our weight to our right foot. Left foot does that step back into pyramid legs first. Toes pointed forward, hips square. Right hand hip crease. Left arm forward. Long through your spine. Slide your right hand down to any degree and you really lengthen through that left side. Keeping your balance, hold, inhale. Then we bend the right knee. Reach your arms up. Take that left heel and you turn it in that 45 degrees. So your toes are pointing to that front left corner. Then you square your hips to the front. If you can crawl your right toes further forward, go ahead. Left heel stays on the floor. Then we reach our arms back, creating that back bend, warrior one pose. Hold, inhale, and exhale. And lift your left heel, reach your fingertips. Rotate that left heel out to 90 degrees. Bend your right knee, release your arms, warrior two. Press your feet apart, relax your shoulder blades, reach through your fingertips. Hold, inhale. Exhale, push off your right foot, reach up. Take both toes and turn them into the corners of your mat. Star. Bend into your knees for sunflower. Then reach out long. Then sweep your fingertips, moonflower, and back to star. Lift your left heel. Rotate your hips forward. Bend your right knee. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Shift your weight forward. Step your right foot back, finding your plank. Exhale, press up and through to down dog. Reach your chest up. Inhale, lift your heels, come forward to your plank. Knees or toes, elbows, tops of feet, up dog, cobra, sphinx, shoulders back. Breathe, inhale and exhale. Inhale, back down, knees or toes. Press through your plank. Soften your knees. Sit back, child's pose. Nice work. Let those hips go. Maybe walk your hands further forward. Let your forehead get heavy. Long, slow inhales. And then sigh off the back of your throat. Inhale again. And exhale. Go ahead and release your arms to the sides of your body. Give your shoulders that space. We'll take one more breath and let it go. And then we'll move our hands forward. This time we're going to go up into our balances. We'll shift your shoulders, tuck your toes, and move into your down dog. Looking back at your toes. Then just give your knees a little softness, and this time you'll move to the back of your mat. You'll check your feet are hip distance apart. And again, we'll fold that upper body. And your head and neck hang heavy. Then bringing your hands to your knees, you just draw your belly in and slowly stack your vertebrae up. Pull your shoulders away and reach your arms to the side for your mountain pose. So here we'll make sure we're squaring everything, hips, shoulders, knees are all stacked, and we're spreading our toes wide. Then we'll reach our fingertips to the sky, but release your shoulders off your ears. Tuning into your belly space, move your hands to your heart and bring your weight to your left foot. First, we'll move into our tree pose. You'll give your left knee a little softness. You'll slide that right heel in. You can keep your foot alongside your calf here, or you can move it into your inner thigh space if you can avoid pressing weight on your inner knee. That right knee is reaching up. We have those nice squared hips and shoulders are relaxed. Find your focal point. Now see if you can't reach your arms out to the side and gently move your gaze toward the sky. And hold, inhale. And exhale. And then we'll bring our hands back to our heart. Bring your right knee forward and just take a step forward. Now soften into your right knee. Shoulders relax. We'll slide that left foot in for our tree pose on that side. So right knee has a little softness. Left knee's rotated out, but our hips are still squared to the front. Maybe that left foot moves up into your, above your knee to your inner thigh space. Again, you find your focus. Try to create stillness in your body. Then reach those branches but out to the corners. Maybe turn your pinky fingers in so your shoulders release. And see if you can't move your gaze up. Hold, full breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, the hands move back to the heart. That left knee comes forward and we just take a little step. All right, we got one more. So here still our hips are going to remain squared to the front. The shoulders will release. And then we'll soften that right knee so just your toes are on the floor. Left knee has that little micro bend. We'll take our fingertips and reach up to the sky, trying to take your biceps alongside your ears. And then you'll send that right heel back as you start bending from your hips. Reach those fingertips forward and send that right heel straight back. See if you can nudge your right hip forward and left hip upward to square them. Hold, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Exhale moves the hands to the heart. We start lifting the torso and step that right foot forward. Beautiful. Shoulders release. We got one more, that other side. So again, we start with the softness of the right knee. Bend your left knee so you just have your toes on the floor. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Again, trying to relax your shoulders off your ears. And then as you start hinging forward, that right knee gets a little deeper, that left heel lifts, pushes to the back. Now you might feel your left hip is a little lifted, so you got to lift out of your right and then square your left one back to the front. Can that left heel flex, reach back, fingertips forward, hold, inhale. And exhale. Again, we inhale. Exhale, the hands move to the heart. We lift the torso and stand the left foot down even. Give those legs a little shake, shake, shake. Deep breath, inhale. Drop your chin to your chest and gently fold your body down. Let your arms go heavy, just ragdoll from side to side, knees soft. All the joints, just get that gentle sway. Then we'll bring our fingertips to the floor and walk the toes back. Soften your knees down and bring your hips to one side and kick your legs around. Here we'll find our tall seat, lifting the heart. Shoulders will release away. Move our hands behind our knees. So we're just going to go from boat to rolling like a ball and then come back up and find our boat again. Shoulders relax. Hinge back, bring those shins out front. Breathe. Maybe your palms open. It's an option. We hold, inhale. On your exhale, you soften your toes, let your chin soften. You round your shoulder blades, tuck your low belly. Gently roll back just to your shoulder blades. Kick your heels, pull against your knees, lift up and see if you can come right to boat. Again, maybe those palms lift. Hold, inhale. Then we soften, hands behind, chin soften to rounded shoulders. Roll to your shoulder blades. Kick, pull your knees in, lift your heart back to boat. Again, maybe those open palms, inhale. Knees, hands behind knees, soften your toes, tuck your chin. One more time, roll to your shoulder blades. Kick your heels, pull against your knees, lift your heart. Palms open. Breath, inhale. Exhale, we soften. This time we're staying down. Let those toes drop. Soften your shoulder blades. Roll back. And then just hug your knees in as you relax your shoulders to the floor. Move your hands around to your shins or grab onto your knees. And any movement through your lower back that feels nice. Then bring your left foot to the floor and bring your right ankle across your left thigh. Lift your left foot up and reach your hands behind your hamstring or the shin of that left leg and hug it in close. Feel that right hip, glute, lower back space. Maybe add a little movement. Try to let your shoulders and the back of your head stay rested. One more long breath, inhale. And exhale. Take that left foot down to the floor. Take your right foot and stretch it to the sky. Flex the ankle and press the heel. Slide your hands behind that right leg, behind the hamstring or the calf. And think of those toes coming into that space over the top of your head. Then slide your left heel away. Still shoulder blades are flat to the floor. See if you can push that left heel all the way out as you lengthen the hamstring on the right. Nice full breath. Soften the right knee. Bring your right foot to the floor. Bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Flex that ankle, keep the ankle a 90 degree. Lift your right foot, hands behind hamstring or around the shin. Hug, draw that leg in. Maybe a little movement across your lower back space. If you find a tight spot, you just hold it there, let it open up. Breath so long and slow. We'll take another inhale there. And then we'll lower that right foot to the floor. The left toes reach to the sky. We work towards straightening the knee and flexing the ankle, pressing the heel. Then with any fingertip support, those toes come straight over the head to any degree. Then we slide that right heel out. Lengthen that right leg across the floor as you continue to lengthen the back of that left leg. Hold, inhale. And exhale. Bend that left knee. Hug both knees into your chest, squeeze. As you release, toes to the sky, happy baby, or dead bug pose, whatever you like. Or you can put a block under your hips for a supported shoulder shape. Make sure the back of your neck is lengthened, soften your jaw. Find that long, slow inhale through the nose. Long, soft exhale up the back of the throat. And we'll gently lower our toes down. Perhaps you go into butterfly or move your knees together for a knee knock or any variation of corpse pose. Let your arms either drop to the side or fold your hands to your belly or over the top of your head. But we want those shoulder blades to be released and flat. The back of the neck long, jaw softened. We breathe, inhale. We let it go with our exhale through the nose. Each breath gets longer and softer. We just allow our bodies to sink heavy into the mat. No effort. One more long, slow inhale through the nose. And exhale it out. Then start adding movement to fingertips and toes, ankles and wrists, and into your knees and hips. Maybe that gentle windshield wiper action feels really nice. Then we'll wrap our hands around the knees or shins and release that lower back space one more time. Then we'll gently move ourselves into any comfortable seat. Find that lift of your ribcage. Really feel those shoulder blades release as you soften your elbows and open the palms, perhaps thumb to fingertip touch. A long, full inhale through the nose. Exhale sweeps the fingertips to the sky. Inhale moves the hands to the heart space. And with a gentle bow forward, we say, Namaste. And I wish you a wonderful day.